Might as well just read you the title of this article. Mr. Beast and Amazon sued by contestants on Beast Games competition show with allegations including SH and chronic mistreatment. Now, I haven't really been covering Mr. Beast, as you know, some stuff had been coming up, like the Lunchleys or whatever that they're doing with Logan Paul and stuff. I haven't really had time to really get into it, but this was just brought to my attention, and I figured that this would be an excellent thing to start covering, especially since, you know, the Mr. Beast company hasn't responded to nearly any of the allegations that were levied against them. Now, there may be a few bits and pieces in here that you have heard previously, but we didn't know that there was going to be a class action lawsuit brought against them. So we're just going to be taking a look at the article, and I'm going to, you know, give you the important parts. A class action lawsuit against YouTube star Mr. Beast and Amazon has been filed on behalf of 5 unnamed contestants in the Beast Games reality competition show, alleging they were subjected to chronic mistreatment, SH, and more. The complaint was filed Monday, September 16th in Los Angeles Superior Court. The lawsuit alleges multiple causes of action related to the chronic mistreatment of and neglect suffered by participants in Beast Games, a reality competition ordered by Prime Video in which more than 1,000 participants compete for a single $5 million cash prize. The suit claims Beast Games has a $100 million budget. A redacted copy of the complaint is available at this link. And if we take a look at this, there are 13 counts being levied against the Mr. Beast company and Amazon. Failure to pay minimum wage, liquidated damages for failure to pay minimum wages, failure to pay overtime wages, SH, failure to prevent harassment, negligent infliction of emotional distress, failure to provide uninterrupted meal breaks, failure to provide uninterrupted rest breaks, failure to provide wages promptly upon termination, failure to provide accurate and itemized wage statements, failure to indemnify for employee expenses and losses in discharging duties, unfair business practices, false advertising unfair business practices, and declaratory relief. Now, I don't believe this last one is like a direct thing. I tried doing some research on what it is, and from what I understand, it allows a party who is not certain of his rights to prevent the accrual of avoidable damages and to obtain an adjudication before the parties bring a coercive lawsuit. I'm not too sure. I'm not a lawyer. I just pulled this up and I was going through and seeing what the counts were. So, you know, go check out That Surprise Witness. I'm sure they're going to cover this, or any lawyer that ends up covering this. Just a quick 10 seconds here. If you're enjoying the video, please be sure to give it a like. It'll really help me out. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. But regardless of if you want to do either, I just appreciate you watching the video. Thank you. I just want to read off a brief part of this intro here. Plaintiffs bring this action on behalf of themselves and a proposed class consisting of all individuals who are engaged as purported contestants in the Beast Games content production in blank. Defendant production companies and Amazon shamelessly exploited the labor of approximately that many people who served as contestants on the forthcoming $100 million Mr. Beast Amazon production Beast Games, which Amazon promotes as the world's largest live game show with the biggest single prize in the history of television and streaming. The Beast Games entertainment value arises directly from the physical and emotional labor of the contestants who compete under pressure cooker conditions for life-changing prize money, with one person purportedly to win $5 million in the end. This is what they say in regard to Jimmy Donaldson. Mr. Donaldson, who has publicly represented that all Mr. Beast contestants get paid if they compete for just 5 minutes, gushed to his fans online about the bigger-than-ever scale of the Amazon-sponsored Beast Games, stating that money was not a constraint and that Amazon had given Mr. Donaldson all creative control and the ability to do whatever he wanted. Unfortunately, the supposedly magnanimous Mr. Beast did not want to use the alleged unconstrained resources to provide fair wages or even bare minimum legal working conditions to the blank contestants whose labor comprised of the core commercial value of Beast Games. Instead, defendants employed superior bargaining power to coerce the contestants to sign unconscionable contracts with illegal terms and illusory obligations, and also knowingly mischaracterize the contestants blank 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 to avoid defendants' employment obligations under California law. They're also alleging that defendant knowingly misclassified the contestants blank 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 in part to obtain a tax credit for $2,252,523. This being from the state of Nevada, which defendants, on information and belief, would not have received if they had disclosed the production's actual labor costs, including the significant labor of the blank contestants, in the budget they presented to the Nevada Film Commission with their tax credit application. It goes on to make further claims like that they relied on misclassification as a false justification to avoid paying employment taxes and to spare the production the costs of implementing various employment protections required under California law, including minimum wages, overtime, mandatory meal and rest breaks, workers' compensation benefits, itemized wage statements, and timely payment of wages and reimbursements, among other things. This further corroborates that they were not given adequate access to hygiene products or medical care, as well as not receiving adequate food or medical care, and that some competitors had suffered injuries from physical challenges. We've heard about some of this stuff before, like with the women's hygiene, like the no underwear for multiple days and no medication that caused some people to go into seizures. We're also seeing some of the, misogyny claims also coming through in this. Here in number 12, saying the female contestants particularly and collectively suffered as a result of the defendant's actions. The Beast Games work environment systematically fostered a culture of misogyny and sexism where production staff did nothing while blank blank blank. Female contestants were also denied blank blank blank. Now this is a lot, and the fact that we're even seeing a lawsuit is crazy because it seems like they actually have, enough to even be starting this process, and hopefully it keeps moving forward. Again, I don't know much about law. I'm just bringing this to your guys' attention. I am not going to act like I know most of what I just read other than, understanding the basic lingo, but I'm very curious to see what, other law YouTubers or even That Surprise Witness is going to be talking about in regard to this. Because so far, it looks like a rehashing of complaints that we had seen alleged prior, but now it's actually, going to court. But more than that, we actually have them, getting caught out on like actual stipulations in regard to general, workplace procedure and conditions that you're supposed to be upholding. Going back to the article, it says, the lawsuit seeks class action status on behalf of all affected Beast Games contestants. The suit demands that Amazon and MrBeast Company pay alleged unpaid wages and expenses and that the defendants be ordered to pay unspecified punitive monetary damages. And unshockingly, representatives for MrBeast and Amazon did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Although again, they usually don't anyway. I don't think that's them being particularly, suspicious or anything. This is usually what companies do in a situation like this. But the article goes on to surmise with a bit more, layman speak, saying Amazon MrBeast production company, an independent production firm Off One's Base LLC, among other things, failed to pay minimum wages and overtime, failed to prevent SH, created conditions that subjected contestants to infliction of emotional distress, did not provide participants uninterrupted meal breaks or rest breaks, and exposed contestants to dangerous circumstances and conditions as a condition of their employment. Now, honestly, I didn't know that dangerous circumstances and conditions as a condition for employment was like illegal. To my understanding, when you sign something, you're signing up for that thing, regardless of it being okay or not, outside of a, terms for employment being you doing something that is directly illegal. I guess it makes sense. I've never heard of a job where they give you the description and say, hey, there's a 90% chance your foot's gonna be cut off, and that's okay. Maybe it actually is. It seems to be based on what they're saying. And it gets worse than that, because we also have some testimony from the anonymous contestants that put out a statement. Quote, while participants knew upon signing the contract at the production's inception that they were facing a potentially long and challenging competition, they alleged getting a lot more than they bargained for. Attorneys for the anonymous Beast Games contestants said in a statement about the lawsuit, several contestants ended up hospitalized, while others reported suffering physical and mental complications while being subjected to chronic mistreatment, degradation, and, for the female contestants, hostile working conditions. According to the lawsuit, Beast Games participants were deprived of medical care, food, sleep, and the necessities of basic hygiene. Portions of the lawsuit are redacted, including some of the details involving the SH allegations. Now, although what we had seen so far and what I had shown you from the redacted filing and what we've seen in the article, it seems to be that the focus is of these SH allegations and claims that they're making. And the reason I'm saying that is actually based off of some statements that were put at the bottom of this article. The lawsuit seeks to establish a pattern of SH according to the attorneys representing the 5 plaintiffs. For example, the complaint cites instructions from an alleged How to Succeed in MrBeast production employee handbook that includes this. If talent wants to draw a dick on the whiteboard in the video or do something stupid, let them. Really do everything you can to empower the boys when filming and help them make content. Help them be idiots. And then one of the female plaintiffs in the complaint, which is known as Contestant 5, said this in a statement. I wanted to join because I was a fan of MrBeast and his videos made me smile during the COVID-19 pandemic. I expected to be challenged, but I didn't think I would be treated like nothing, less than nothing. And as one of the women, I can say it absolutely felt like a hostile environment for us. We honestly could not have been respected less as people, much less employees, if they tried. So this is a lot. Most importantly, I think the two biggest things to take from this are, number one, that, you know, the general media is starting to cover this information, but most importantly, number two, there are actual legal steps that are being taken to combat these allegations. And now that we're actually seeing, you know, some lawyers getting behind and actually taking this to court, it seems like these allegations and these complaints are, for what seems to be the first time, being taken seriously, and we're starting to see action, which is just great to see. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. If there's any lawyers that are watching this, please let me know what I got right, what I got wrong. I'm very interested to see more and see how this lawsuit ends up playing out. And last but certainly not least, let's get on to our member shoutouts. Special thank you to the Sandog, Vicky Adeniran. I'm so sorry. Elena is here, not ninja_S. Blair, 4ife, Munsey, Carrier Bag, Shelf Related, Lil Kitty, Evil Fairy, Cam Nuggets, OMG It's a Pancake, Xavier, Boy Tiger Rockin', Rabid Lorax, Artistic Smeargle, Edward Rock 6, Hexstream, Snowballs, Youngest Kid, ZXXZZ1, Pombanenge, Joan, Michael Dufka, Person Pal, Mel TF2, Jeremy Stalcup, Blasted Sketch, Waylon, Yogi Farmer, Weird Wonders, Vinzo0913, Keo, Sir Kitty Litter, Forkstick, River Rocks, Persona Normal, Wind VR, Psych Xander, Noah Brown, Naomi Jimenez, Sundasphere, Frosty, Tommy C's Cat, Captain Spud, Orange Cat Pianist, Emp40, PB Whitkay, Bib Jim, Alex, Rain the Once, Yesimo, Basically Bricks, Cooking with Silence, Kate Munster, Quinthio's Brother, Owen Murnane, Jackson, Nost ABI, Saya Sneaka, For All Yarn Kind, Esme Smiley Face, Ogie's JK, Ionut, Titanium Sid, Kate's Mom, Bosu, and last but certainly not least, Quinthio's Mom. Thanks, Mom. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you later. Come join the Discord, become a member, do whatever you want. You're your own person, and I'll see you later. Adios. Bye.